Hello, my name is Denise Fairweather, and I have created an imaginary product that is surely going to revolutionize everyone's life. The product is called Trackers. It's a pair of shoes with built-in GPS, so you never have to worry about finding your shoes again. This is just the web page that I created. It's got the getting started, the user guides, the quick start guides. I included FAQs here coming up, and then here at the bottom I have a get in touch, a contact list. This is the information that we were given, the assignment sheet, the UNM page, and the FileZilla that was pulled up. Here I have my HTML5 up, excuse me, sorry about that. I have decided to use hyperspace, and I have dropped it into my FileZilla box here. And here is where I start playing with a little bit of the code. I start looking at where the words are in the website that I'm looking at and on the code that I've opened up here in Notepad. And I start editing the headlines and the menu items the way that I like them, and I just kind of plug and play the words that I want to use and copy paste so that I can start getting the look on my web page here that I'm creating for my product. And this is what I'm doing here. And when I reload my page, this is what it's starting to look like. So I have started to just modify a little thing, the things here and there in the Notepad. So you can see where I've pulled the code, looked at it, I've edited out a little bit, I've re-edited my video a few times here. These are my menu items. This is where I found them. They're at the very top of my Notepad page, and I just edited for welcome, my user guide, my quick start guide, my FAQs, my contact list. And that was a bunch of how I was able to plug that into that. And next is the problems that I was having with this. The biggest problem I had was getting my pictures to display on my site. I went online and I found a couple of different sites that offered HTML code that would enable me to embed these pictures, and they had tons of options, and I must have used 5 or 10 of them trying to figure out how to get this code to work inside my site. And for whatever reason, none of them seemed to want to work. I'd end up with these blank spots where a picture was supposed to be, and no picture ever ended up. See, there's a couple of them here. And I only had the 2 pictures, but I did notice that the code that was given on the HTML5 up template had its own, as you can see here, these are all the different codes I was looking at to try to find what would work. But eventually the HTML5 up code had its own pictures. This is the folder that contained the HTML5 up, its own pictures. So I dropped all of my images in there, and then I used the code that was already given to me right here. And I just copied and pasted it where I wanted my pictures, and I relabeled them with my pictures' names. And that is ultimately how I figured out, kind of on my own here, to get these pictures to start displaying. But it had taken me a really long time, and I couldn't find anything that was working the way I wanted to. It was incredibly frustrating. It took me hours to figure out. I had asked for help from my son and my brother and the internet, and ultimately it was 4 o'clock in the morning when I figured it out. But here we are. We have this beautiful website, and I even have some pictures finally loading up on my website. This was a very exciting moment for me that I shared all by myself in the middle of the night. But it was really great. I was really happy about it. So there they are. They're all loaded up, and my page is looking great. It's pretty much all together now. While I was taking frustrated breaks from figuring this out, I did do a bunch of my menu pages, and I filled out a bunch of my information on the site so that I could, mostly just for fun. I went and did my contact list here, and I have some real fun, silly things there. So that is my site that I have created for this assignment. Thank you so much.